So this is how I make some ahi tuna. Keep the seasoning simple with salt and cayenne pepper. Place your steak in a super hot pan. Flip. Take it out and make your sauce with soy sauce and peanut sauce. Sprinkle some sesame seeds and cut it up. Drizzle some of your sauce, just like that.
I will eat noodles every single day for dinner, without fail. You can fact check me on it because I will do it. I cannot go a day without noodles. If you opened me up, you would just see noodles. I'm dead serious.
Mashed potatoes should not have lumps. These are the best. Another episode, back to basics.
3 pounds russet potatoes, or you can use Yukon Golds. Wash them, don't be dirty.
1-inch dice.
Fill with cold water so they cook evenly. Bring to a bubble over high heat.
Toast your salt vigorously.
Bubble 10 to 12 minutes. Return to the pot. The heat of the pot will evaporate the excess moisture.
Don't skip this step. If you do, they'll be watery. Let it set 5 minutes. 3/4 cup unsalted butter. 1/2 cup heavy cream. Melt the butter and warm the cream medium-low heat. Use a ricer or a food mill. No lumps.
Add the butter and the cream.
Truffle salt, because you're fancy. Truffle oil, because you're extra fancy.
I swear this is the recipe that my brother with no taste buds asks for every single year, and we're gonna make it. The first time I had this was at my Aunt Linda's sister's house during Thanksgiving, and she absolutely killed it and gave me a couple tips. First, we're gonna be a little bougie and infuse butter with some thyme because we can, and we're also gonna use Jiffy corn mix because we love making our life easier. We're also gonna use sour cream and a can of cream corn to make things extra moist, and I'm sorry about using that word, but get over it. Once everything is well incorporated and combined like this beauty over here, pour her into a greased baking dish and bake at 350 for 40 to 50 minutes. You want her to be extra golden brown. Now, the other star of the show is the honey compound butter, the peanut butter to this woman's jelly, and she is absolutely gorgeous. Once the compound butter is done and the casserole is finished, slice her up and serve. Now, here's how we're gonna make her special. You're gonna plate her, you're gonna drizzle on some honey, and then spread on some of the compound butter. We're also gonna garnish with some thyme leaves or red pepper flakes because we can handle some spice. Now grab a fork and dive in.
Add more cheese on top, bake it in the oven, and voila! Let's make kimchi spam fried rice. First, dice half an onion and cut spam in 1/2-inch cubes. Get the pan ready, and we're gonna fry until golden brown and set aside. Fry onion, garlic, and salt for a couple minutes. Add your kimchi and rice. To season, add soy sauce, fish sauce, sugar, and red pepper paste. Mix well and add your spam back in. And finish it off with some sesame oil. A complete kimchi fried rice needs a perfect fried egg. Make sure your pan is extra hot, add your egg and water, and cover with lid for a minute. Don't forget to garnish with green onion and sesame seeds.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my all-time favorite, which is an Irish Guinness beef stew. I don't know how Irish it is, but it is delicious. Fry up 5 slices of bacon. When it's done, remove from the pan, leaving the fat behind. Add in your beef. Cook it for about 5 minutes on each side. Just get a good sear. You don't need to cook it all the way through, and look at all that flavor on the bottom. Throw in 1 chopped onion and a teaspoon of salt, 4 cloves of minced garlic, After a minute, we're gonna pour in one entire 14.9 ounce can of Guinness. It does need to be Guinness, and scrape the bottom to get all that flavor off. Return your bacon and beef into the pan and add 3 chopped carrots and 3 celery stalks. 1/4 cup of tomato paste, 2 teaspoons black pepper, 2 teaspoons of thyme, and another teaspoon of salt. 2.5 cups of chicken broth. Give it a good mix, and then we're gonna cover and let this simmer for 3 hours. In the last half an hour, take off the lid so that it can thicken. And oh my God, you guys, this is so full of flavor and delicious. You have to try it.
Fry a stick of butter in a cast iron skillet. Then mix 1 cup of Bisquick, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of milk. I also add a little cinnamon. Pour the mixture into the hot butter. Take a can of peaches with heavy syrup, a dash of cinnamon, and pour into the Bisquick mixture. It's so good it makes you want to slap your mama.
Hi guys, welcome back to Deadly December. Harold Frederick Shipman was born on January 14, 1946 in Nottinghamshire, England to 2 working-class parents. Pushed to work hard by his mother, he quickly began to succeed and ended up developing a superiority complex. However, despite all that was going well for Fred, when he was 17, his mother, already dying of lung cancer, died after being administered morphine for her pain. He soon got married and had 4 children. Fred ended up going to medical school and began working as a doctor in 1974. After a brief stint at a medical center, he was caught for forging prescriptions to feed his drug addiction. He went to rehab and soon began his very own clinic. Despite some suspicions about Fred that lingered throughout his life, no one could have expected what happened after a woman suspected foul play since the will that her elderly mother had written before she died left all her money to her doctor. When this woman's body was exhumed, traces of heroin were found in her system. This caused police to investigate her doctor, Fred, and they soon realized that he had killed nearly 250 people throughout his career, making him the most bloodthirsty killer in modern history.
Southern style purple hulled peas. Start by browning your bacon and sauteing the onion. Throw in some smoked baby feet, and then add about 6 cups of chicken stock or water. Then 4 cloves crushed garlic, 2 bay leaves, and let that simmer for an hour. Then add 1/4 teaspoon red pepper flakes. Time for the peas to go in the pot, and then you're going to let it simmer for another hour, hour and a half, or until most of that liquid has started to evaporate and reduce down. And after about an hour, you can remove those ham hocks and take the meat off the bone and then add it back in. They should be creamy but not mushy. This is one of my favorite sides. Enjoy.
Nights have been rather chilly here in Los Angeles, and this dinner of sweet potato toast and lentil soup just hits the spot. I start by adding my favorite vegan butter to 2 slices of sourdough toast. Next, I slice up roasted sweet potato and add half to one slice of toast and half to the other. I cut each piece of toast in half on the diagonal and finally serve up the lentil soup. I highly recommend you give this combination a try because...
Howdy, welcome to My Gay Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make these show-stopping, jaw-dropping garlic parmesan smashed potatoes. Jaws will drop. Bring this to birthday parties, gatherings, or whatever it is, and people will be shook. Salt your water and use these cute little tiny potatoes, and we're gonna cook these until they're fork tender. Now transfer them to your baking sheet, and you want to pat them dry. You want to get rid of all of that water. You can have a little bit, but try to get rid of most of it. Now smash these babies with whatever utensil you can find. We're using butter and olive oil. This is gonna make them so crispy. Add as much garlic as you want, and then we're gonna bake these. Add Parmesan at the end, and don't forget to hit that plus button for more easy recipes.